Hello, how's it going? Finally, we got this. How is everyone going? I did hydrate a bit, so I'm all hydrated and ready to go. I have a, what's it called? It's a Thursday. I feel so bad I didn't get to stream on Sunday. I was really pooped after the movie. It was a lot. It was a lot to process. I was just like, I need to make sure I'm in like a good mood, because I feel like if I started streaming, I'd be like, hey guys, how's it going? It'd be so low energy. I can't have that. I need to be 100% on, or at least a little bit on. But yeah, things are just going. What a miserable ass day. What a miserable ass day. What a miserable ass week. It's so busy. It's so hectic. But the good thing is that we're here. Oh, I'm doing alright. Everything's just kind of going. Hopefully everything's a little better on your end, Red Vaporeon. I'm just happy that the weekend's almost coming, and that what's it called? Friday's like around the corner. Because I feel really pooped. So overworked. It's like the time of the month where like I have so much like grinding to do that I'm just like, I'm stressed over drawing XP. What? Hopefully, what's it called? Hopefully drawing gets a little bit easier. I know it's kind of like a hobby where like you have to kind of like almost, I guess, gradually improve with every time you draw. I know my partner Amana is a lot to deal with when it comes to kind of just getting used to the sort of pattern of being able to, I guess, get a little better. One of her main things is that she's kind of like, she doesn't, I guess, what's it called, want to feel like she doesn't want to have to feel like she has to like have it wrong at the start. She wants to be good right then and there, but you have to kind of just grind towards it a bit. I have to make my character have blonde hair directly colored to blonde. Well, sometimes you want parts of yourself that, oh, sorry. I'll wait a little bit. And we're back. Alright. But yeah, it's one of those things where I guess there's a lot of times where we want a part of ourselves in our design. Like, I think that a lot of the beauty mark is because I have kind of like a beauty mark on my cheek that I wanted to kind of like reflected in a bit of my design. So there's like parts that kind of look like me, but of course I don't look like an anime boy. So that part is at least a little bit more of an embellishment. But what's it called? Hopefully it gets a little bit easier as you go along. Let me... Oops. Wrong one. Let me try to get this gameplay capture going. Not VTube Studio. There we go. Now we're putting our grinding caps on. 38%, wow. It's a bit of a grind. But at least you get like new storyline stuff with the grind. Either Mo or... I'm gonna turn on my PC, so I'll be right back. I guess I'll start with Canon then, because he's a very chill character. You'd been excited to spend the whole day with Canon for a while, and today didn't disappoint. You enjoy a delicious breakfast, cheered Pookie on at the skate park in the afternoon, and played games at Ketsy's cafe in the evening. A stroll through the forest was a perfect way to round out the day. You told stories throughout the walk. Kenon remained mostly quiet, but still paying full attention. Sometimes they have their moments of their own. Just imagine if Shagvision endorsed mozzarella sticks. But you both mostly just enjoyed the balance. As the two, you walk back to the park entrance. So you can head home. Kenon stops suddenly. There we go. It's a full sentence. Sorry, the grammar was messing me up for a moment. As the two of you walk back to the park entrance so that you can head home, Kenon stops suddenly. Okay. Hey! You okay, Kenon? Yes, I am. Are you? They seem kinda tense. What did they have to be nervous about? Yeah, I'm good. Great! But it seems like you have something on your mind. That is true, Samar. Are we okay? Is this okay? You can't help but show a look of confusion. What do you mean? Today was great. This was great. But is it great enough? Should it be more great? They turn away from you deep in thought, like they're searching for something you can't see. You can't begin to guess what they're alluding to, but it makes you tense. What do you mean? Perhaps I'm putting the cart before the horse. No, wait, you got that one right. I am very focused right now. A wisp of lightness crosses through his voice, but you can tell he's also nervous, or sad. You walk over and stand next to him, the sunlight shining brightly upon a sparse canopy overhead. Kenon, you're acting like something's wrong. Talk to me? I've been thinking about what it means to be a partner. If that is something I can be to you. You're not making any sense, Kenon. Today's been a wonderful day. What would make you feel as if summoned? A flicker of iridescent gold flashes over Kenon's wings. They turn around and face you fully, eyes almost shining in the sunlight. I want to be clear. I like who I am. And when I told you that I did not want to engage in some of the ways that others do, I meant that. But it does not mean that I don't care about you. Far from it. Oh? The confidence in their statement starts to increase. A slow, subtle strength coming from the heart. We have shared some wonderful times, Samar. But what should we do? What does this feel like to you? It feels like a partnership to me. You take one of their hands in yours, sharing a special warmth. You're special to me, Kenon. Like, more special than Shagvision. Kenon scoffs. No, I mean it. I believe you. And you are more special to me than... Don't say things you don't mean. Mozzarella sticks. You gasp, pantomiming a fainting spell. How could you? I'm going to tell Mr. Michel E. Mozzarella, Chief of Mozzarella Stick Company, Incorporated, right now. The CEO of all mozzarella sticks. Kenon's calm and collective smile returns, giving you a world of comfort. I think we will have to have more specific discussions on what this means for us. Being an angel and all, I don't have much experience to draw on. I think that's just fine. We can determine what's right for us, as long as we stay honest. Keep talking things out. Say more then. Exactly. Well, for what it's worth, this feels like a partnership to me too. Kenon takes your other hand and holds it in theirs, inhaling through the nose to take a peaceful breath. You swear you could feel the whole forest relax and unseen tension drifting off into the bright sky. The sun is bright and brilliant, and their hands are warm and soft. Today is a good day. Oh jeez. My burps. Oh damn, this one's voiced. Cool. Accelerated, homies. I'm wondering with Canons, is this more like Ace? Like, a lot of this is more just kind of like finding some sort of emotional connection or emotional intimacy rather than physical. Because that's pretty neat that even like sort of, I guess, kind of emotional connection. I mean, emotional connections without physical connection is something that the game would explore, because so much of it is let me smooch everyone, or let me like, what's it called, cuddle up with everyone. But you have somebody here that like mostly connects through like words of affirmation rather than touch. Or gifts. Ah. Hello, Yuri Seraphim. How's it going? What's it called? Oh, hey. What's it called? I am on a voiced social link with an angel known as Canon. He loves mozzarella sticks, so we are having a Mozzarella Tuesday. A note taped on your door this morning confirmed it. Today is the first official Mozzarella Tuesday. You did try to tell Canon that picking another day was still an option, but they refused. They said it was time. The time for tacos was over. The time for tacos is fine. I'm a lurk one. I hope the stream goes well. Thank you so much. What is it called? Glad to have you aboard. I missed having you in my streams. It's so nice to see more familiar faces. It's nice to see y'all visit. Tacos were in fact trifling. They are not trifling. Tacos are cool. Mozzarella sticks are cool too. They asked you to come a little early to the park to help set up. The path to the glade is a muscle memory at this point. My own grammar is bad. With fresh made kanafe in hand, you spot Canon waiting in the clear at the top of the hill. A gentle herd of deer with them, like usual.
Canon, I brought kanafe for dessert. You're going to love it. It's basically what would happen if mozzarella sticks were breaded in semolina and drenched in syrup.
It's a little bit more of like a patty almost. Because kanafe is really good. That's when like, what's it called? It is kind of like a sort of like, almost like a platter of like a kind of gooey cheese, but they do put like a kind of semolina flour, what's it called? I guess like shredded dough, like phyllo dough almost. And they do drench it in like a rose, like a, what's it called? An orange blossom syrup. It's so good together. It's like a gooey kind of just like, I feel like mozzarella stick is a bit too like, I guess it's a little too round and like spherical. It's a little more phallic, while like the kanafe is like kind of like a platter, and it's sweeter. I wonder if you could make sweet mozzarella sticks. That'd be a fun idea. Just put maple syrup on top of them. That's stoner food, Rachna.
I am all mouth, Samar. Figuratively, of course.
And thank you for asking me to help. It's nice to get to do something for you for once.
There's not a whole lot of work to do. You toss a large blanket over on the grass. Canon grabs plates and other supplies, spreading them around the throw for seating.
Would you be willing to choose some music for the gathering, Samar?
No problem.
You go over the radio and flip the tuner. 5/4 is all you hear before sliding the volume to 0, looking around for dance-happy spirits. Definitely gonna have to bring that up in therapy. Just constant anxiety because I think that bringing about music is going to bring about the spirits to swap. Dang. We just gotta not play Shag Vision. We gotta play something different. We gotta start playing, like, what's it called? What is the opposite of Shag Vision? Because if Shag Vision's like lo-fi beats, we gotta play intense stuff. Like thrash metal.
Perhaps another station would be best.
Somehow, because Canon is an angel, I don't think you'll like thrash metal. Grinning, you scan through the dial until you find some instrumental, relaxing tunes with hip-hop vibes. Nice and relaxed, you think. Just like Canon style. He looks over and gives a thumbs up. It feels awkward somehow, as if you could give a formal thumbs up. You return the gesture.
Now we just have to wait for our friends to arrive.
Soon enough, the rest of the crew arrives with snacks and stories. Oh man, Iskander's here, nice. Ish takes the opportunity to use the drink coolers as weights, bench pressing the cases easily.
You know I gotta stay flexy at all times, especially if I'm gonna down some mott sticks.
I'm glad I don't have to read their stuff because my voice constantly got blown out. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to read it when Mo comes around. In no time, Kedsi got her head buried in research guides, while her familiars chase around each other in the grass. Mo and Pookie are laughing about somewhere, something or another. Lulu and Leon are talking tattoos off in the side. Wait, where's Canon? You look over and see Canon calmly sitting at the picnic blanket, watching all of the commotion. They're sitting in front of a place set up like they want to eat, but it's a little hectic right now.
Hey!
But before you finish the sentence, a smooth bell chimes, and a range of sunset colors shimmer overhead like sparkling lights.
Excuse me, everyone.
You look over and Canon has their head up, head down, eyes closed. Bringing their head up, they open their wings and arms to gesture to the place settings.
Thank you for assisting me in honoring the first of a tradition, Mozzarella Tuesday.
You know, couldn't you have gone with Mozzarella Monday? It's catchier.
I hadn't considered this.
Your irrational hatred for tacos led you to try to be like, no, only Tuesdays, because tacos are blasé, and it's like, no. What's it called? Mozzarella Mondays. Could have been nice. Cannon looks slightly uncomfortable for a second. He's like rethinking everything.
Perhaps next time it would be wise to move it to Monday to assist in the alliterative artistry.
He stops and looks around at the group. You see conflicting thoughts flicker on his face.
Actually, though it may be catchier, I prefer Mozzarella Tuesday.
I'm the originator of this holiday. I get to decide it.
That works. And it leaves Monday open for Molokhia.
Oh man, now I'm gonna have to teach everyone here what Molokhia is. Man, I actually don't like Molokhia. I'm the worst person to talk about Molokhia with. Because what's it called? That's like, it's kind of like a soup where like it kind of uses this sort of like a bit of a spinachy leaf. But like it's like the texture is like really thick and like kind of just gloppy. It's like brothy, but it's also gloppy. And I'm like, oh man, this is like glop. What's it called? My parents love to make it. And what's it called? It's because it's one of the things that they make really well. Like, I'm like, yeah, I like this, but I have to add like lemon to it to kind of help cut through like the sort of mucusy kind of parts of the Molokhia, because it's a bit mucusy. But like, what's it called? I know that's an unpopular opinion because my parents love it. My sister, I think she might like it. I know my partner likes it a lot, but I'm like staring face to face with something I actually am like, It's like, here's an Arabic dish, wonderful, an Arabic dish, wonderful, an Arabic dish. Oh, I don't like that one. Everyone smiles and agrees, and you make eye contact with Kenon for one quick second. They prioritize themselves. Sorry, there's also chicken in it, but like, sometimes like the chicken is just really plain, so it ends up looking like the Deadpool from like the Mortal Kombat stage fatality. And I'm like, oh. I mean, I'm not trying to turn anyone off from Lucia. If you try it, you're probably gonna like it. It's just me that's like... Okay, you grin and you see the faintest hint of a smile in return.
It is time. Let us... grub? Yes, let us grub.
Impressed, the crew gathers on a giant blanket as Canon reaches into a nearby picnic blanket cannon. Out of the basket, they pull boxes of piping hot fresh mozzarella sticks. Were they really there the whole time? Everyone passes around the various food and drinks, then chows down on the stretchy cheese completed with a variety of dipping sauce. What kind of dipping sauces? I feel like marinara is usually the standard, but what else would you dip in mozzarella sticks? What are mozzarella stick dipping sauces? That really messes me up. Because I'm like, wait a second. Do you use things like ranch? Do people put like things like ranch or barbecue sauce? Or like... I guess like more cheese, like beer cheese is probably really nice with it. Yeah, I guess some people use ranch. I guess it's a thing. Garlic sauce is probably nice with it. Or like a garlic butter. But I'm like, I can't think of other sauces that aren't just like, we got a ton of these from like a fast food joint and we're just picking and choosing what we can do. Buffalo? Oh no. After a little relaxing, one by one, all of your friends head out, leaving you and Kenon at the top of the hill.
This
Except
was
to
a
clean
wonderful
up.
Tuesday. Thank you, Samar.
Aw, shucks. I didn't do that much. You put all this together, and we got the chance to share in some of your happiness.
Yes, but I might have never ventured to bring people together in this manner without you. You helped me find space to value what I want and what brings me comfort.
I'm glad to hear that.
And now, what would bring me comfort would be to give you this.
Oh. They reach over and place a small white object in your hands. Canon gifted Samar a deer figurine. Oh, that's really cute. You look at the figure, a translucent figurine of a deer, like the ones here at the park. Inside are a number of tiny glowing charms shaped like spirits. This is traumatic for me. You know I'm not a fan of swapping spirits. I have bad memories connected to swapping spirits because I'm just trying to do my day-to-day and suddenly I'm swapping spirits.
Cannon, this is beautiful.
And it is a reminder of our time swapping spirits here for the first time. That song may be bussin', but it still makes me concerned about helping more wayward spirits. But for now, if you would be comfortable with it, I would like to hold your hand and watch the sky.
I would be very comfortable with that.
Oh hey, and that's a really cute one. You take Kenon's hand and that cascading feeling washes over you again. An otherworldly energy that flows from the tips of their fingers into the back of your hand, running through your body with a relaxing cadence of a babbling stream in the wilderness. You tighten your grip slightly, and they pull you closer to them, wrapping a single wing around your body. Suddenly, peacefully, the sky changes from day to night to day again, a flow of time as you watch the constellations across the sky. It's a beautiful experience like nothing you've ever imagined. when they unwrap their wing from you, you're back to the present. Only seconds passed. He hasn't even seemed to have noticed. Is that what life is like for Canon? You could ask, but instead, you sit at the grass and watch the sun melt away into the night, contemplating existence. Uno momento. Oh, you grew closer to Canon. Aw, y'all are so cute. Congratulations, you've completed Canon's event. Now you can be with everyone else. Go get him, Tiger. Okay, I'm very close to Mo. At some point soon, I need to talk to Leon in the polycule. But I think I've just been doing them in like small batches. Let's see, cause... Alright, I got Iskander. Lulu is 5 hearts. Iskander's 5 hearts. Canon is 5 hearts. So they're all good. Ah! Hello, little bud. How's it going? I am currently, I guess, mapping out everyone that I guess I have to progress for. I guess there's Pookie, Ketsi. At the moment, Mo and Pookie are probably those I'm gonna hang out with more. And then what's it called? Along the way, yeah, Ketsi, Leon, and the polycule, like, I guess kind of matched up in tandem. Oh, Flower TV. Wait a second, let's get this Flower TV going. The Mistress of the Void requires direct sunlight and moderate watering once a week. Proper care gives me more channels. I don't know. This is Rocknacore, this television. So let's go with that for now. Okay. Yeah, let's go see, what's it called? Let's go visit the polycule. That is, what's it called? Cleo, Theo, and Theo. Theo. Cleaning can definitely be a chore, but you also kind of like it. At least when it's someone else. That's why I don't mind spending a day helping Cleo, Dio, and Theo with some housekeeping. It's a big space, and it's a nice chance to get to see the trio a bit more individually. Figuring Dio might need the most help, you wave hi to Cleo and Theo, then head upstairs to their loft. Sure enough, it's a scatter of cables and equipment with stylish clothes strewn all over the place. Oh, I forgot this song was really nice. It has a very kind of like almost cyberpunkish kind of vibe to it. Thanks for helping me get this place organized, Samar. It gets away from me like BAM! And then I just don't want to do anything about it. Same brain. Lucky for me, most of my cleaning is usually just swapping spirits. I can use spells to get them organized and move on. Oh, you should totally work in the house cleaning spell. You should totally work on a house cleaning spell. Or maybe you could just take using a spirit spell and poof this stuff into the spirit realm. Eh? You know how we feel when spirits just randomly pop up in our dimension. Imagine how they'd feel if a bunch of random DJ equipment and clothes just popped up into their realm. Or who knows what else. Yeah, you're right. Besides, I like my hardware, my threads. I've got class. They show off a crop top hoodie, black with images of spirits across the front. You gotta admit, looks real good. But even then, there's a lot of stuff in here. You split the task, you focus on organizing items into semi-sorted piles, and Dio files through them, keeping some things and marking others to give away. Hey Samar! Yeah? What's up? I just want to say thanks. For this? Oh, it's no big. Helping's what I do. Welcome back! I am helping out Dio. I mean, yeah. This is helping me out tons, no doubt. But just thanks for being a good friend to me. For all of us, you know. Could have been weird considering our history. You were worried about that? Come on, we're chill. Yeah, you totally were never worried about that, right? Oh man, did Samara and Dio date? It's not like we had hard feelings when we split up. It was practical. Dio takes a button-filled contraption and pulls it in the box to give away. If you say so, I'm cool. But I know I've spent some time thinking about it. Cause those days we had were good days. Know what I mean? Yeah, they were pretty fun. Even back when you were just learning how to DJ. What? You always said you loved my mixes. I did, but just because I loved them didn't mean that they weren't works in progress, let's say. Whoa, harsh words, those swapper's spirits. Let's not forget those early assignments I helped you clean up after. A memory flashes back in your head. Dio scrambling around your house with you, trying to corral a whole mess of spirits that you just couldn't get to match up. Okay. So I didn't have the pro skills I have today. But it's cool. We both got the skills we wanted out here in the world. And now we still get to share them with each other as buds. Right. Things just get to work out sometimes, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure how much I vibe that though. Oh? Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's always that easy. You gotta have good people. People who are willing to talk about stuff. Work together to make life work out. They turn around from you and dig into the box, working through some assorted items. Might get lucky for a little bit, but what happens when life gets complicated? Maybe, like how things just work out to put you together, they can also work out to take you apart too. Yeah, sure. There's probably some truth in that. All I'm saying is that life's about choices. We don't get to choose a lot of how life works out, but we do get to choose what we get to choose, right? Just like how I get to choose to look fly in these shades. They turn around and flash a gigantic pair of oversized star-shaped sunglasses. They press a button on the side and a rainbow of colors scrolls across the lenses. You absolute goof. All I'm saying is that we make choices. It's worth paying attention to those choices and who makes choices to be in your life. I see you making those choices to be around me, Cleo and Theo. I see you making those choices to build our relationship. I just want to say I see it. And thanks. For all of Dio's hype energy and hype, they also have a softer side too. It usually comes out in a little isolated moments like these, but it's always good when it does. Dio, you big softy. I see you making choices too. Making space for me to be a part of your life here in the house. I'm glad we're friends, and I know that's because of the choices you're making too. I make good choices, you know? You dingus. You toss an oversized pillow at them and share a deep, comforting laugh. You spend the rest of the afternoon with them, combing through equipment, listening to music, and being glad of the choices you made. Man, I would hang out with them more. It's like, now I'm curious. What's it called about Samar and Dio's history? Feels like there's always something going on at Cleo, Theo, and Dio's place. You feel like you're never sure what to expect when you walk inside. Each of their energies is so different. But they just seem to make it, they don't seem to just make it work. They really have a great time with each other. At least that's how it seems to you. You're about to walk in when you walk into Dio, heading out and lugging a giant speaker. Hey, can you hold the door for me? This thing's bulky. For sure, it seems I see those muscles come in handy at times like these other than the beach, huh? You slide out the way, holding open the door so that they can walk through. They walk down the ways to put the speaker at the end of the curb. Well, you're not giving up the craft, right? I need my tunes from my favorite DJ. Who, me? Nah, never. This is just an extra I had from back when I moved in, giving it away to a budding upstart musician. Always so generous. You know it. They flash that confident smile at you. The one you remember utterly charming you when you met. This was years ago, when you were both teenagers. Before the days of spirit swapping and before Dio's days of discovering music and traveling around the world. You've taken different life paths, true, but you always kept in touch. Made sure to have a good time when you're together. You'd better cool it. I just came by to say hi. Well, I'm always glad to see you. We all are, really. Come on, you're just saying that. Dio puts a fake shocked look, pulling their head back as if completely surprised. Samar? Why, I'd never. We really are, Samar. Cleo comes around the corner, wiping their hands on their dress. They've been out in the garden, their happy place. It's good to see you. How have you been? Well, these spirits coming from all over the place are a little annoying. I definitely never thought that they'd be here so prolifically inside the city. Just the other day, I was doing some gardening and listening to Dio practice some new mixes, and next thing I knew, I was swapping spirits out in the flower beds. It can be real cute, though. You almost want to keep one or two around, you know? I get that. They get so confused when they're in our dimension, though. That's why they usually cause so much trouble. They're just all spun around and want to get home, usually. I guess if something's just randomly plop me in the new world, I'd probably want to get back too. But I also think getting a chance to visit the spirit world would be so interesting. Cleo gets all daydreamy and gets a daydreamy stare as they trail off. You start to pick up the conversation, but notice a familiar shape floating behind them. So it's kind of cool you basically get free outdoor concerts. Having Dio mix tracks and perform while you're working out in the garden beds. It's gotta be great. It is. Nice to be outside for that, yes. Wait a second. Is that spirit behind Cleo? Oh well, only one. Or two tops. Nothing to be stressed about. Front door opens again. This time with Theo stepping out to join you three. She opens the door. Music wafts into the air from their place. Hey Theo, is that the new Shagvision track you're playing? Theo looks over at you, waving with a slight gesture of the right hand. Hey Samar? Not sure. It's Dio's mix. Nice, right? Oh, snap. Cleo. They nod their head, indicating towards behind Cleo. Cleo snaps to the present from their daydreams about visiting the spirits and turning around. Spirits, attracted to the music, tumble throughout the garden and toward the door where they're all standing. Oh, good lookout, Theo. Looks like we've got some swapping to do. Hey, Dio! You want to help out here? Your talents have brought us some surprising guests. Yeah. You know it. Let's get to it. Alright. Oh snap. Oh Jesus, it's freezing. Alright, let's move this over here, then this over here. Get y'all going there. Swap y'all here. Let's see. Ooh, my neck. right, round one. Let me adjust this a little bit. Cause I feel like, what's it called? Oh, come on, get the... There we go. Sorry, I'm like trying to leave a moment. Leave. There we go. There we go. I just need to condense this a little bit. I feel bad, you don't get to see as much of the portrait, so I want to make sure there's as much as I can. There we go. Alright. Resume. Also, oh, there's no settings here. Because I remember in the settings I chose the PlayStation controller, but it seems like Xbox is kind of like the main one. I'm curious if it is going to eventually become a little bit more like multi-platform, because I know it's on what's it called? It's on Steam, but it's also on Xbox. I feel like something like this would be a lot of fun on like the PS5 or the Switch, but I know that's also a lot of development as well. There's gonna be a lot of hands on deck to be able to go through a lot of that. I know comparisons are always really crummy, but it does kind of remind me a little bit of like there's two games, a little bit of Little Big Planet, but also one that was like really awesome, where what's it called? Beck was on the soundtrack. Sound Shapes. Sound Shapes is an awesome indie game, and it's like Lost to Time. But like Beck and like Deadmau5 had songs on it. Beck's levels were a lot of fun. Oh no. What's the matter, Samar? Too overwhelmed by my greatness?
Whew, what a workout! I've got to get cleaned up. Between gardening and swapping spirits, I've had a full day. Let's talk soon, Samar.
They turn around, their dress flourishing as they spin. How's it they could spend so much time working in the dirt and swapping spirits, yet they always look so flawlessly clean and put together? Theo follows Cleo inside, shutting the door, leaving you and Dio alone again. Still madly in love, huh? You all have such great rhythm going.
It's chill. We've been spending so much time together, we thought, hey, let's make this a party all the time.
Theo's words, right?
Ha, right. Actually, when Theo and I first met, she was a big chatterbox.
Who? Are we talking about the same Theo?
She blabs when she's nervous. Kind of prefer being more that strong silent type in social situations. If they're quiet around you, take it as a compliment. She's comfortable enough to not keep up the show.
So, when'd she chill with you? What made you three move in together anyways?
Well, Thea and I had been seeing each other for a while. Then she invited me to join Cleo. When I came to the house, Cleo and I had a vibe too. Thea picked up on it and really loved how it felt, because next time they planned to get together, she suggested all three of us hang. It all just kind of flowed, you know? And all three of us try to communicate directly and patiently. It works most of the time. It's such a great feeling whenever you feel like you found your people. You think about all the folks in Damashq that you get to share time with and all the little cheery feelings that come across you. I know that feeling. It's so good when you find it, and I'm glad you three have it with each other. Same. And I'm happy you've been feeling it too. You always make things so good when you're around. Oh, there's that charm again. I ain't lying. Dio flashes that award-winning smile again. You laugh. Alright, I'm gonna hit the road. And let y'all get back to it. Sure. Next time, Samar. Later, Dio. You head back home, thinking about how incredible it is that people can weave in and out of your life. You'll have to come back to one of those gardening concerts. Alright, there are new events to discover. Oh man, this voice. You enter the Polycule's home and find Dio and Cleo and Theo scattered around their living room.
Hey guys. Is everything alright? You guys seem kinda off.
Is everything good?
We're fine.
Totally fine. Absolutely normal. Super normal.
You sure?
The three of them tensely, minutely watch each other warily.
Well, some of us are a teeny bit sleep deprived.
Yikes, that sucks.
Because some of us don't know when to turn the music down.
Oh.
Dio, have you been keeping your two loved ones awake?
Well, some of us never tell other people when they're upset and just keep it to themselves.
We've told you.
Bullshit. I would have remembered.
Theo cuts them off with a scoff.
That's rich.
This is escalating a little too fast. Man, Theo, you gotta be...
Wait, hold on.
It's like, am I seeing a fight?
You just couldn't hear us over your music.
Ugh, listen.
We've listened plenty, all the time.
If you guys just told me instead of bottling it up.
We wouldn't bottle it up if you just listened to us.
Theo and Theo. Sorry, Theo and Theo. Does Dio sound like Theo? No, Theo with a lisp would just be Theo. Dio and Theo fall silent, stunned by Cleo's uncharacteristic outburst. Cleo winces a bit, embarrassed. Your eyes dart between the three, unsure of what to expect. Cleo breaks the silence tentatively.
Sorry, I didn't mean to yell.
Dio scratches the back of their neck awkwardly.
It's fine. We were kind of getting out of control anyway.
Theo said nothing, but concedes a stiff nod. Silence hangs heavy in the room. None of them meet each other's eyes. It's like, do I have to be part of the polycule in order to get the silence unsilenced? You can't take this much longer.
Hey, this is starting to feel like something I shouldn't be here for. Should I go?
You're surprised to hear the three of them shake their head, almost in unison. No, you're a part of us now! Assimilate.
No!
We'd appreciate it if you stayed.
It's like, you help calm us down because we were this close to losing it, but we have guests, so we can't. Dio nods in agreement.
Mm-hmm. I think we need another person here to help us talk it through.
Oh no, I gotta be the ref. Dio slants them a look.
Well, maybe not just any person.
What's it called? Dio's ex.
If
Me.
it's not too much to ask, I'd really appreciate your help, Samar. I think we need someone to help us stay grounded.
Alright, I'll stay.
Cleo sighs in relief, and you see Dio and Theo's shoulders relax as the tension starts to abate.
But only if you communicate with each other. Please don't use me as a shield.
The three of them nod in agreement.
In that case, I'm gonna my best to let you guys do the talking. I'll step in if I think things are escalating too much. Sound good?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Cleo still looks a bit shaken, and Dio and Theo look at them in concern. They shrink under the scrutiny.
Theo, I'm sorry I yelled at you.
Babe, it's okay. You've really been on edge lately.
You noticed?
Dio looks mildly affronted.
Of course. We live together.
Then, why didn't you do anything?
Dio's gaze slides to the side.
Well, you weren't saying anything, so I wasn't gonna push you for an answer.
But I want you to. If you see that I'm struggling, I'd rather know you're concerned than have you act like nothing's going on.
All right. I'll try.
You catch Theo's brow furrowing. You should probably step in.
Hey, Cleo? Why have you been struggling lately?
Cleo hesitates, looking at Dio warily. They look at Theo for help. Theo obliges.
Yo, Cleo and I love you and your music. We want you to do what you love. But it feels like you forget to accommodate what we love. My library is my sanctuary. It's hard to maintain that peace when the outside world is too loud to ignore.
Wow, that's the most you've heard Theo talk. Ever. You try not to let your surprise show. You're not doing a really good job, Samar. Dio also looks taken aback. They quickly hide it with a frustrated frown.
That's totally fair, but you guys know I'm easily distracted. You're gonna have to tell me this stuff more than once. But turning down the volume's an easy fix. Why didn't you say this sooner?
Well, it's not just the volume, though.
Dio's frown softens as Cleo's obvious distress.
Go ahead.
Well, Dio, it can be hard to listen to you DJ all the time.
But that's kind of my hobby. Dio frowns and opens their mouth. You shoot them a look before they say anything.
I love that you're so passionate about it, and you're so talented. Your music is incredible. But sometimes, I feel like that's the only thing you care about.
Oh, you're too engrossed in that to pay attention to the other people in your party and in your what's it called? In your throuple.
Not that you don't care about us, but you prioritize it over almost everything. And when we've tried to talk to you about lowering the volume or spending more time with us, you say you will and then forget your promise. It's hard to hear you lose yourself in the music and forget about me. About Theo. Us.
You choose the music or me. Cleo looks genuinely upset. Both Theo and Dio look at each other with panicked expressions. They're like, "Oh no, we're not familiar with Cleo being upset."
Hey, come here.
Dio rushes over to Cleo and sweeps them up there in a tight embrace.
I could never forget about you. You two drive me to be better as a person and as a musician every day.
They press a kiss to Theo's forehead.
I don't love you any less just because I get super fixated on something, but I'm sorry that it got to this point anyway. I'm sorry that thought even crossed your mind.
Dio looks over at Theo from where they're holding Cleo.
And I'm sorry that I mess with the vibes of the library. I know how much it means to you. I didn't mean to upset that balance or ignore your concerns.
Theo nods slowly. She cautiously moves to sit next to Cleo and Dio, yelping when Dio wraps her up in a hug as well.
Thanks. Sorry I kept it to myself for this long. It can be hard to confront things like this, especially with people I love. I don't want to risk losing you to something petty like this.
Dio rolls their eyes.
It's not petty if it affects you like this, babe. What's petty is keeping the shit to yourself and getting mad when no one reads your mind.
That sounds like a jab, but Theo just huffs and rolls her eyes in return. I was like, yeah, it sounded shady as fuck. This pays keeping the shit to yourself and getting mad when no one reads your mind. Sorry, I'm not a mind reader, Theo. Sorry I keep shit bottled up until it blows. That's a problem of mine. I understand Theo, because what's it called? I'm also somebody whose big character flaw is bottling up things until I'm like, okay, now it's time to vent. I need to be a lot better about that.
Shut up.
She wraps her arms around the two, tightly nuzzling their faces atop their heads before releasing them and stepping back. Dio follows suit and releases Cleo, settling back against the couch. Cleo squeezes their hand before relaxing back into their seat, wiping their eyes discreetly.
Sorry we dragged you into all this, Samar.
It's alright. I'm just glad you guys have a plan now.
I'm just glad I know who everyone is now. I'm able to tell whose personality is whose. I learned a lot about all of you today. And count me interested.
I would hate to see you guys drift apart because of this.
It went better than it could have, thanks to you. You balance us out really well, Samar.
Oh, this is the foot in the door.
Yeah. It's like you're our missing piece.
Oh, this is really the foot in the door. Okay, Dio. We used to be together, Dio. Are you going to say the same thing? You prepare to laugh it off, but Dio catches your eye with a meaningful look. One that reminds you of your past with them. Dating Dio didn't work out. Perhaps this could be different. Yeah, obviously.
That's...
You take a breath. Oh, this is gonna be a big announcement. It's like now I have 3 girlfriends.
Do you mean that?
Be like, oh, that an invite?
If that's all right with you, yeah. Yeah, we do.
Alright, round 2.
Hi.
You can't help yourself. A smile blooms on your face, and you feel your cheeks warm.
Yeah, it's alright. More than alright. That means a lot, actually. I'm really happy.
It's like, I'd love to get only 4 hours of sleep because of DJing. Theo smiles.
So are we.
Cleo looks at you with a barely disguised look of wonder and excitement.
Really? Samar!
Next thing you know, Cleo dives at you to hug you. You laugh, hugging them back.
Oh, I'm so excited. Wait, we'll have to make some room for you. I can move my plants outside or to the roof. Dio, how much of your equipment in here is waterproof?
Your eyes widen.
Whoa, whoa, hold on. I'm not moving in.
It's like I still have a property that I need to stay at, a home that I have possessions at.
As fun as that sounds, let's ease up a little. Let's see where this goes first.
It's like I've heard sometimes relationships like this tend to move really quickly. Cleo pouts as Theo nods and puts a hand on your shoulder.
Fair.
We can definitely take this at your pace. We're not going
Be
anywhere
like, this
soon.
date worked out, time to move in. Like, this date worked out, here's a wedding ring. You smile helplessly despite yourself.
Neither am I.
You eventually leave with a blush high in your cheeks and butterflies in your stomach. You grew closer to the polycule, feelings had been caught. Then, they find out about my other girlfriends and boyfriends and thems. Them friends. I imagine, what's it called, the polycule will be even larger. There's a lot of potential here. I'm gonna be right back a sec, but because it's really hard to tab in and out, I'm just gonna hang my head like a... Alright, I'm back. Oh no, I'm back right when the ad is about to hit. I'm so sorry, guys. I guess I'll use this as an opportunity to just go back to the room and see what gifts I can mull about with. Alright. Let's decorate. I wanted to change this wall one to the deer figure. Sparkly. I don't have any cozy items. I want to get this spider out of the way. I want the star fridge. Dreaming of all the tasty goodies inside. I'm still keeping the ish towel. That isn't changed. I'm getting a lot of side tables and nothing else. Designed by a father-daughter duo. A little more side than usual. How do you fit everything on here? Breathe in and out, you're at peace. I want this frog one. Frogs speak to me. That's all good. Okay, this is... Alright, we're back. A sofa. Okay, now I'm unlocking a lot. Okay. What is this sofa? Is that... Oh, sorry. Decorate. The cozy items? No, it's here. Oh, it's... No, it's not one of these. Sofa. Oh, some days I wonder if I leave it. Like, I still need a TV set, though. I need to watch my brain rot on something. Okay. I want to talk with the Polycule again. Sorry, I'm having a lot of fun hanging out with them. They're my people now. Between them and Pookie, but I think, what's it called? I want another hangout sesh. You're definitely excited about the idea of getting to spend more quality time with Cleo, Theo, and Dio. You already felt like reconnecting with Dio on a deeper level, but you're also curious about what Cleo and Theo would be like as partners. Oh, I see. This is what's it called, a second chance at getting close with your ex. But also hanging out with, what's it called, your ex's, her partners, their partners. Thankfully, Cleo seems to anticipate that some baseline conversations were in order, so you join them for an afternoon of tea and talking. I'm so glad we're getting the chance to chat a bit more. On the way over, I got all these ideas in my head. What kind of ideas? Tio! You know what I mean. I don't. Do tell some more. Dio winks, playfully eyeing you.
Actually agreed, though maybe not quite like Dio first met. None of us know what's happening in your head, Samar, or anyone else's for that matter. So we wanted to make some time to find out.
True. Totally. It feels good to say things out loud and make sure we're on the same page.
That sentiment shared by all of us.
Dio looks over and smiles at Theo, who huffs, but returns a smile. Leo nods, looking at your direction and smiling as well.
I mean, ideally, no one wants to hurt anyone in a relationship, but those things do happen. I mean, I'm sure we can all think of times where we hurt someone we care about without trying to.
Sorry again about the music, y'all. Theo gives a shrug on the shoulders, seeming to signal, it's okay.
Thank you for that, Dio, and thank you for spending more time with us and turning the music down. I would love for us to discuss what we would like our relationship to exist with each other.
What do you mean? Don't we all just, like, do everything together?
Well, we could, if that's what we all wanted and decided, but we don't have to. The beautiful thing about our garden is that we get to grow it at how we like. Yep. Communication's the water. Or the sunlight. Or is it the soil? Dio scratches their head, trying to decide where exactly to take their metaphor. Maybe it's all of them. I don't know. All I'm saying is that we get better when we talk things out. Yeah. Well, maybe you could tell me how your relationship worked before I came in. Well, first off, we decided we can only date other people whose names rhyme with ours. So now you're totally Simio. Welcome to the Polycule induction ceremony. They bow their head and making gestures with their hands as they begin to elaborate formal ritual, pulling a laugh out of the rest of you. I don't know how we ended up with rhyming names, but who am I to question life's ways, right? It's really funny. Sometimes when I'm in the garden, I'll actually think of Geo, a lover of mine from when I was learning new botany techniques in Cleo. Alright, sorry about that. Maybe you should say love. Theo takes a sip of tea, then turns over to face you more directly. The three of us live together and date each other, but we also have other romantic relationships if we want. Most polycules aren't group dating scenarios like ours, but this works for us. I'm not currently searching for anyone new. I feel plenty fulfilled with my garden and with you right now. Especially considering I'd like to keep space to get to know you even better, Samar. I'd like to keep things more flexible. When I'm out touring, it's nice to live in the moment. I met some amazing people that way. That makes sense to me. Wow, that's a lot to think about. What's your ideal, Samar? What feels like a good relationship to you? Start to answer, but stop for a minute. Have you spent time thinking about what an ideal relationship looks like to you? What it feels like? You feel some of the confusion slowly on your face. It's okay. Take your time. They walk over to you and put their hand on your shoulder, giving just a small amount of pressure. They feel comforting, warm. You look up and see them looking down at you. Smile tugs at the corner of your mouth, and you look back, down into your mug of tea. I think I'd just like to look at each other. I think I'd like to just look at each of my relationships as they come. Friendships, romantic connections. I just want to follow them each in a way that feels right. In a way that feels right to me, but also factoring in how it works for others too. So maybe we figure out as we go. But I'd like to be part of the group. That sounds good. High five that for sure. Absolutely, Samar. Let's make time to check in, but otherwise, let's just keep communicating. What feels good, doesn't it? What feels good, what doesn't? And if you feel like you'd like things to change, we'll all talk it through together. You look at Theo, who's nearly beaming at you. Dio's grinning too. You feel welcome, warm, happy. That sounds real nice. Wonderful. They get up and give you a hug, which Theo naturally folds into. Theo jumps in from their seat and grabs the group of you, surrounding you entirely. It feels good. Alright, Mo. Let's talk with this Skander. If his Skander's here. Oh man, this is, what's it called? It's Skander's theme. Waves crash against the shore, gently. The sand is warm and the gentle breeze is blowing. You breathe in the briny air and let it fill your lungs. Iskander has their boombox full blast. They're in the zone. You watch as they complete a few reps. That was the most spectacular set yet. Just don't overdo it, okay? You only just started feeling better. But my muscles and my muscles are screaming to let loose. You hear them too, right? Iskander flexes and waves you closer, hoping you can hear them better that way. Yup, they're screaming alright. I knew it. Just 21 more to... Oh? You mean go? No, Mo. You turn and see Mo staring behind you, putting on a brave face. Mo and Iskander nervously look away from each other, not knowing what to say. Hey guys. Oh, look who decided to join us. You hug her and give her a questioning look, asking without words if she needs you here. He squeezes your hand, gives you a reassuring nod, motions for you to give them a little privacy. I'll just give you two some space. You step away but stay within earshot, pretending to pick up seashells on the way off, but still eavesdropping. Hey, Skander, I wanted to see you. I didn't think you did. I've been thinking a lot about us, about everything that happened. Miss having you in my life, even just as a friend. The Thembo was too stunned to speak. Their features start to soften as they realize how anxious Mo is too. This is also hard on her. Yeah, I've been off my game a lot since that breakup. It's hard not talking to you. But what you said, my muscles, were one. I am them, they're me, you know? Made me sad. I know. I tried to hurt you in frustration. And I knew all your weak spots. I made sure it hurt. I'm sorry for saying what I said. Oh, this is gonna sound so silly. I just felt that sometimes you cared more about yourself. Muscles more than me. Skander just stands there, resisting the urge to close the distance and hug her like they always would. Oh, I didn't know. I do get mega in the zone sometimes. But without you, I wouldn't be half as flextacular as I am now, you know? They proceed to give Mo their trademark flex and wink. Hey! Hey! She can't help but laugh. She can't help herself with the ridiculous sight. She lets out a small laugh, shaking her head. I guess that's true. Maybe I should have gotten half your muscles in the breakup, huh? She lets herself continue to laugh it out, and smiles right back at her old flame. Hey, we may not be Mushkander anymore, but are we still cool? You can take as long as you need to. You know we're cool, babe. Always. They both look at you. You can stop pretending now, Samar. We know you're listening. We do? Grinning, you walk back over to them. Who, me? I'm just appreciating the scenery. But seriously, I'm glad you two are talking again. Just like old times. Speaking of old times. They run over the water and splash both you and Mo. Hey! Come on, Mo. Let's get him! Right behind you. Just watch the hair. Know how long it took to style it like this? You enjoy spending the rest of the day with Mo and Ishk. Iskander decides to leave early to get to Lulu's before she closes for the day, while you and Mo get mint tea from the stand nearby. Today was a blast. Yeah, 3 of us haven't had that much fun in a while. Sorry about your hair, though. Me and Ish get carried away. You'll just have to help me restyle it. Deal. There's an air of relief in today's events behind you. You and Mo continue to chat, making plans for hangouts to help restyle her hair. Maybe yours, too. Oh man, we're at 4. Oh, this might be 5. Okay. I think we might wrap up Moe's today. You enter Moe's apartment quietly for once, and you hear it. Is that humming? Cheerful humming at that. Could it be? You burst through the door with the force of 1,000 tornadoes.
Skip the niceties. Did you speak to the beefcake or not?
Hey, we already talked with the beefcake.
Samura, you scared the living hell out of me. Yes. I spoke to Iskandar. We are friends again.
You watch a whirlwind of feelings and repress emotional play at Moe's feelings. You watch a whirlwind of feelings and repress emotion play on Moe's features. She eventually settles on a timid smile.
That still feels unreal to say. Iskandar is my friend again.
Eee, that's great! The rest of the gang miss seeing you two at hangouts. You bring the good vibes, and Ishk brings the muscle. I'm sure they bring something.
You don't even notice Moe approaching you until you feel her arms wrap around you. She smells warm, herby, like a piping hot cup of chamomile. You reciprocate, pull her closer, burying your face in her neck. Probably smells nice.
Thank you, Samura. I really couldn't have done any of this without your help.
She pulls away from the hug, letting out a long sigh.
But in realizing my mistakes with Iskandar, I have also realized my mistake with you.
Mistake with me?
Mistakes I have made with our friendship. I tend to put my loved ones' needs over my own, then resent them when they don't meet this unspoken standard I set. When you told me how you felt, I was so happy. I missed being that close to someone, so I ignored any thoughts telling me I was rebounding hard, pretended we could just casually date for a while. I really don't want to lose you. Even now, I am so afraid saying no will turn into more pain for us both.
Mo.
There's a long silence, but you know it must be daunting. But you're really not sure what to say.
I didn't mean to push you. My two besties have been dating for as long as we've known each other.
You don't say the words on your lips. Felt like a third wheel. You know they won't help.
When you two split, I wanted to say something, but the way you were upset, I had to push the crush away. I'm sorry, Mo. The last thing I wanted to do was hurt you, and I ended up doing it anyways.
No, Samura. You didn't. I can't lie. A part of me just really needed to fill the void I felt Ishk left behind. I reached for you too.
There's a long silence between you two. You still feel the urge to fill it with words. Apologies. A grand gesture to cement your relationship with her. A million possibilities swirl in your mind, and you grasp at the most salient, the one that just won't go away.
Can we still be friends?
Babe. As if I'd give you a choice.
Her smile confronts you. She comforts you. She means it.
Pinky promise?
Oh, it's really cute. Mo smiles, that beautiful smile that makes you weak at your knees. She's tickled at your attempt to use your words back at her.
Pinky promise.
Man, it's really interesting. Some of these are a bit... I feel like a lot of these are very relatively chill and intimate. But like the one that's like very like hot and heavy wound up being Lulu's. You two will figure it out. You always do. You grew closer to Mo. You two are inseparable. You've completed Rose Mount. You've completed Mo's route. We'll have more to see in the upcoming story update. Until then, you can complete other characters' routes and call Mo at any point. Go get him, Tiger. Let's see, we got... Let's see. The last ones, we got Pookie, Ketsi, Leon, Polycule. I want to see what Ketsy's like. I'm trying to manifest Ketsi. A DDR machine? Forget all that. I need this DDR machine. Where do I put the DDR? Do I put it here? Sick. Oh man. I know it says Jabron Revolution, but I think Jance every time. Oh boy, we have a DDR machine. Man, I remember having a pad. It was a pretty shitty pad because it was the one that they sell with like PS2 like copies of the game. Well, there's actually a third-party one. One of the things I used to do when I played DDR was actually use my controller, but I would get up to try to like time the motions. So I'd time like, if it was like a forward button, I'd click the forward button, but I also put my foot forward. And I'd be like kind of almost like creating a bit of a DDR pad just by dancing in place. It was the coolest, it was the best. I kept getting almost like so much like, it was probably like one of my main forms of exercise at the time. Oh, it was so good. Because the pad was pretty bad. The actual like little pad that you get from GameStop, that's terrible. It feels like, what's it called? You're on like a piece of like plastic sheet wrap. Like, what's it called? The kind that you would like put over, the plastic you would put over the sofa. That's what it felt like to buy a third-party DDR pad. But having a full-on machine here, kick ass. Kick ass. I got a DDR machine in my house. Sorry, Polycule, I'm staying in my home forever because I have a DDR machine. Let's actually get Leon to level 2 at least. Oh, don't forget to stretch. Wrap your knuckles on Leon's door playfully. Doesn't have any clients booked today, so made plans to do some creative time. Just another way of saying working on creative things separately while in each other's presence, which can be a mouthful. You don't do very well left to your devices too often, too long, despite your insistence on living outside the city. So your friends do this to help you stay connected. Leon opens the door, his slight smile betraying his usual put-upon stoic persona. Right on time. Only an hour late, per usual. I got his snacks to make up for it. Already forgiven. I took the extra time to tidy up and light some candles. Aw, for little old me? Goodness, I'm feeling bashful today. You meant it playfully, but Leon blushes and starts fumbling their words. It's so easy to mess with him. No, I'm not a... I mean, I'd do this for any of my friends. I just... Relax, babe, I'm just joshing. Thank you for making the space extra cozy for us. They attempt to hide another furious blush by pretending to yawn. It's endearing in its own little way. Right. Come in. Leon leads you into the shop where you've made some comfortable space. They made a space in a comfy... Coffermer. Is that like a... It's supposed to be like comforter? Or... I don't know what... I think this might be a typo. They made us... Wait. Leon leads you into their shop where they made space in a comfy comforter.
I don't know what this is. It's complete with a floor seating, heaps of art books, and a few fragrant candles wafting sweet anise into the air. He disappears again, hastily placing a sorry we're closed sign in the shop window and putting on some chill music. Mix Samara's favorite, lo-fi beats. I've seen mix as a pronoun for I guess as a preferred pronoun for non-binary people, and I was thinking that'd be really cool. I'm still kind of mulling about exactly what my identity is. I guess my main pronouns are he, they, but I'm not sure exactly how much of the they I want to be able to make public. It's like I want to make more of that public, but I guess I don't have confidence in myself. I'll have to play around with it a bit, or at least be able to, I guess, gain that level of confidence in my expression. You beam at him, settling into the fluffiest floor cushion and grabbing a book from the nearby pile. It's an old, seemingly well-loved art history textbook. You flip through its yellow pages, taking in the old, comforting scent as it lingers with the anise filling the room. You stop to admire the handwritten scribbles in the margins and so many colored pencils, instruction lines added to classical paintings. Hey, is this from your art school days? Leon's gaze flickers up from their sketchbook. He puts his pencil down and scoots closer to look at a book with you. His eyes narrow in recognition. Oh? Yeah, it's my favorite textbook. Well, it's so much beautiful art and history. I couldn't throw it away or donate it. Really important to me, though. But I can't exactly tell you why. You don't really talk about it much. And you don't really talk much about your time in school. So I guess I always assumed you hated it. You don't say what you entirely mean. You don't look like the type to enjoy school. I don't really think about it too much. And if I were to reflect on it, art school in particular was a great time for me. It was? Kinda. I fought really hard, though. I fought really hard to go. My parents really wanted me to be a doctor, a lawyer, engineer. Yeah, been there. Yeah, laugh. Some things do tend to be unfortunately universal. Leon almost breaks a small chuckle, too. Yep, that's it. To be honest, I always enjoyed biology, so I was slated to go into pre-med. I made it in, but I'd also applied to art school behind my parents' back. That does sound more like you. I wasn't really planning on going, I just wanted to see if I could get in, you know? And you did. I did. So I thought about it for a long time. I always had an interest in biology. Human body. Makes us tick. But it wasn't a scientific discovery. It was a need to mold and express flesh. To make my outsides reflect my insides. They look away, brushing a strand of hair out of their face and tucked it behind their horn. It's silly. Forget it. Is it silly? It all makes perfect sense to me. You run your fingers on the tattoo sleeve, the one he's given you over your years of friendship. I understand what you mean. I really do. He looks back at you. You wink, hoping it was more charming than awkward, and point at the pink horns in your head. Body mods as art? Self-expression through altering biology? Leon's completely red now, trying to brush off with a smile. They grew those horns for you. Yeah, well, I'm glad you like them. Thank you for trusting me with your biology. And I'll do it again.
Don't you dare doubt me. Or you. I'm still not growing a pair of wings, though. That's too tacky even for... You launched the closest cushion directly at his face, where you could finish that sentence. An indignant whelp later, you both find yourselves amidst a full-fledged pillow fight war while your familiars scramble around the floor to blow out the candles and avert disaster. This wasn't exactly productive, but it was fun. You're excited to spend more time with Leon. You grew closer to Leon. There are new events to discover. Oh man, I was gonna do Ketsy's, but I guess Leon has a new voiced one. You open the door to Leon's tattoo parlor, only to see Hazel sleeping in a pile of half-sketched pages. Leon is fervently drawing in his sketchbook in the corner.
Hey, Leon.
Oh, Samar.
You sound pretty tired. Did you get enough rest?
Ugh, nonsense. I'm as fit as Iskandar.
Sure.
I still haven't finished my art for Citrine. It's not coming together correctly.
You haven't spent all your time drawing since I last saw you, have you?
Not all of my time.
Have you been sleeping?
Sleep is but a mere respite from the material world.
Bro.
This is my soul bound to paper. It cannot be anything less than effervescent.
Sure it can. Besides, your art is so cool. Do you really think anyone else would notice? Just have fun with it.
Fun? You think art is fun? This is my entire worth, my purpose, the only meaning derived from existing.
Like, art is pain, that's why they call it painting.
Ooh, boy. All right, pencil down. You need a break.
I just want to draw, though. Why doesn't it feel good anymore?
I don't know, dude. What's your favorite part about making art? Maybe there's something there that you can try to recapture?
He furrows his brow deep in thought. You can almost see the cogs turning in his head.
Actually, back when I was still learning, I loved my life drawing classes. Bodies are so beautiful and complex. I felt like I learned something new with each different model, each new pose, each lighting. I could feel myself level up between one sketch and the next, and the excitement of putting pen to paper was palpable.
Well, what changed?
Long story short, I got really good, hit a wall, then I switched to tattooing. And for a while, I could feel the fire burning inside me again. It took me years to learn it, and a couple more to perfect horn body mods.
Ah, yes. As your resident guinea pig, I sure remember those days.
Hey, you could never pass up a free tattoo or a free horn.
Leon chuckled, shaking his head as they recalled the memories.
No regrets. Except maybe that one time you grew tiny horns around my ears. I couldn't sleep properly for weeks.
Wait, this is a different line. That was Samar's line. They skipped Samar's line in the script.
Listen, doofus. If Citrine is half the inspiration that you say he is, he'll know that anything you make for him is special. He'll cherish it.
Oh.
There's power in gifts, remember?
This was the last line. The two of you chuckle again.
I'm not an artist, and I know that.
Oh, there's a bit of a delay in the lines, though.
I guess you're more comfortable.
Leon, this looks amazing.
You freeze awkwardly. Leon grabs a handful of notepad and sketches quickly for a few moments before showing you art. It's a portrait sketch of you and your big goofy smile.
You like it?
I love it. You're the best artist I know. No matter what you give Citrine, I know it'll be amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Truly.
Oh, well, I guess it's getting late. I don't want to keep you.
Leon looks in your eyes and you notice how close you're standing. He blushes and moves to say something, but thinks better of it and pretends to yawn instead. Look, I want to be in a relationship with you not just because you're very handsome, but also because maybe the voice lines will start to match the dialogue. Like after any one of these choices. Like if I say no, maybe it'll be the same, but I want to choose yes because you're very handsome.
Actually, I'd rather stay. We can spend some time chilling out, just like old times.
You want to stay and sketch with me?
Yes.
Yes, but don't think we're pulling an all-nighter,
Yes.
though. I'm here to make damn sure you get some sleep tonight. But hey, whenever you're rested, how about some cozy drawing time?
Cozy drawing time, nice. A small smile spreads over Leon's face, and he looks down at his sketchbook, bashful before coming back to you.
I'd like that.
You borrow a big t-shirt and some comfy shorts to sleep in, and predictably spend an evening making Leon watch your favorite TV shows instead of getting any drawing done. You catch yourself staring at him more than a few times instead of the TV. They catch your gaze every now and then and blush. By the end of the night, you're cuddling on the couch, fast asleep. You wake up the next day and make sure not to wake him as you slip out. He needs his rest, and you need to process this newfound mutual affection. You'll keep your cozy drawing time promise to them another time. Good news incoming. You grew closer, feelings have been caught. Okay, so I bet 3 with just about everybody, but I need to hang out with Kedsey so I can balance everything, because it's shamefully unbalanced. Hey Keds, I was wondering about Froggo. Wait, is Froggo okay? What happened? Froggo's great, nice and happy. Nice and hoppy, eh? But yeah, more seriously, I was just wondering why Froggo's a frog. Go. Locked. Real, like, deep down reason. Oh, fine. It's the connecting soul bond. Oh yeah, connecting soul bond, of course. I should probably know about this, huh? Nah, it's like deep in tech. Like, everyone knows the surface answer. Lines with your soul. But on a technical level, it's your soul that does the aligning. Yeah, you summon a familiar as the Z-Core opens a small gate of your essence. It locks on your resonance pattern and based on my preloaded animal characteristic database. It checks the variable shift tolerance of your own soul. I'm saying it checks to see what animal your subconscious thinks are compatible with, lol. But it's you that shifts energy throughout day. So that's why we use the translation caliber mod to match you to your res pattern. And then we harmonize the patterns. Reverb it with a few times with your internal magic waves, which affects the colors and shapes, and boom, Froggo. So my algorithm assigned personas frog? That's what you're saying, right? Blocking you now. Just kidding. Alright, no, let's hang out. Alright, no, not return to main menu. A new terrarium. Sorry, I'm not replacing the DDR machine. You stroll into the land cafe, flinging about the door with a smile on your face. The sun is shining and... Wait, where's Kedsey? Looking over her usual table, you see it empty. Scanning the area, finally you spot them walking laps around the edge of the cafe. It's a quick walk, their head hung low. They must be deep in thought. You could wave and probably wouldn't notice you. Walking over, you try to give a heads up before you get too close. just to be considerate. Ketsi! Hey! Her head snaps up, looking over at you as if you knocked her out of a deep sleep. Oh, Samara. Hey! I didn't know you were coming by. It's good to see you. Didn't know I was coming over? Oh, we messaged about me stopping by. Oh, did we? You're right. We did. Keds, you good? Seem off. I'm doing alright. I'm just trying to solve for a strange side effect a friend is encountering with her familiars. I actually think solving it would be tied to the Fernal manipulator that. You're really sure she's still speaking words, but there's two problems. One, you don't speak this level of nerd, and two, she seems exhausted. You turn around and look at her desk. There's a mountain of paper and vine wires and mess. And more than usual, something's really off. You could just put your finger on it. Hey, are you sure you're quite alright? Just trailed off a bit. Yep, I'm just fine. I just need to focus. It's too much to take care of and it needs to get done. Now. She turns off her pacing, brushing you off, and heading back across the cafe to her desk. You follow behind. I think maybe you need to have a little rest, Ketsi. You're acting weird, and honestly, you just seem kinda beat. I mean, I might be a little tired, but it's nothing I can't handle. Besides, I'm this close to finalizing my presentation on creating mods for aquatic familiars. I just need a few more touches. They look at you, widening their eyes like they're excited for a new gadget. See? Totally fine. Wait, is the side effect issue the same as the presentation thing? Nope. I just need to have them both submitted by tomorrow morning. So it's probably an all-nighter. I can wait. Wait? Yes. You messaged and said you wanted to hang out, and I obviously want to do that. So what do you want to do? She smiles and her eyes start to close right in front of you. You're about to say something, but that's when you notice how empty your shoulder is. Heads, where's the trio? What do you mean, they're right? Oh, wait. Where are they? I swear they were right on my shoulder. Yeah, it's totally unlike her. Those three are like a third arm to her. You've never seen them leave her side. How could she not notice? Eeny, meeny, miny. What in the system's happened to you three? Well, I'm sure they're around here somewhere. Oh, I'm not worried. They wouldn't go too far. I'm just confused as to how long they've been gone. Perhaps they're running a new hide-and-seek team. Did you give them a new hide-and-seek routine? I mean, they had to give them some updates. I don't want to get them bored. You feel your brow furrow in confusion without even trying. And when did you install that? Just a few hours ago. I was reading a forum post about, okay, you gotta slow down. You're entirely doing too much right now. Not even that tired, Samar. It's a little spacey. You can keep going for a bit longer. Oh, really? Then please explain that to me. You point in front of you, where Ketsi's desk are. You see the three of them, Eeny, Miny, and Mo. Eeny, Meeny, and Miny, heads poking out from under the sack of scattered papers. They're fast asleep. Oh wow. At least they were easy to find, right? I mean, yes, but also you may be right. You don't say. You know, familiars match our internal states, but with these three it's a little more so. Since the three of them share a connection with me, they have to split the energy they receive from our bond. They're more vulnerable to fluctuations, especially when I run low. And they look real low.
best streams, best views, best, what's it called? Hold on a bit. There's an alt tab that has my name on it. Come on, alt tab, make this work. There we go. Alright. Here's a wind up in the pitch and a ban. Hey, watch it. The scold softens as they decide to sit down at the desk. You're likely right though, Samara. Sometimes I get really caught up in my work that I forgot to take care of myself. If I'm really focused, it usually takes one of them nibbling on my finger to remind me to eat. I don't doubt that at all. Look, it'd be great to hang out, but you got a lot going on. You gotta take care of yourself. Maybe let's close up work a bit. Get some grub, then you take a nap. Probably a good plan. Then come back and finish after, once they wrap up. All four of us are powering down for a bit. Picks up the squirrels and gently tucks them into a hoodie pocket. Thanks for the wake-up call, Samar. No problem, Kedsy. The two head out the door to grab some medication and cold pineapple juice. It'd be a crime not to enjoy this sunny day. They somehow stay awake long enough to eat, and you insist to walk them down home and make sure they get rest. Once you're sure they're tucked in, you high-five Froggo quietly and lead Kedsy to her nap.
Forget to stretch.
Oh man, major event. Alright, I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna head out. But this is going to be the Kedsy, voiced social link, so this should be a little easier on my throat.
Cats! I'm back, and I got you your favorite delicious data.
Samar, just the person I wanted to see.
You mean I could have spoke with a British accent this whole time? Oh, I could have done that, love. Okay, next time. Next time I'm gonna do it, but next time is also... I know we're getting pretty close to the end of things, so... I guess we're gonna make the most of it now.
Hand it over.
You and Kedsy the Z-book, beaming with pride. They snatch it up and hook it up to their workstation, almost immediately lost in the results of your research.
Very interesting.
They start muttering to themselves in a way you're familiar with now.
Wow. I had no idea it would be like that near Pookie Skate Park. Might have to go check it out myself. The water be helping the aquatic plants output more magic particles into the air. Wait, why would this other spot have such a spike? Much to think about. Very interesting data you've collected for me. Thanks, Samar.
You got it.
This data is heartening. I was starting to give up on the idea of wireless magic altogether, to be honest. I've been worried. Well,
Scared?
no, not that.
No.
Anxious?
Yeah, I guess that's it. But I just don't feel like things have been working that well lately.
Good enough. Good enough for
Me, the entire world. This wireless technology has been something I've been working on since I cast my first spell. After I got recognition from my familiar Z-Tech, people started to pay attention to my research. I just can't figure it out. And now that things feel like they might be moving forward again, the pressure is immense.
Oh, sweetie.
I guess I don't know what to do if I fail. I don't even know what to do if I succeed. That's somehow even more daunting. This project has already taken so much out of me. I don't know if I can do anything more than this.
Kedsy, you've already made a lot of really cool things. Things that people all over use every day, including me. And even if this didn't work out, that wouldn't take any of that back, you know? Sometimes you can work really hard on something, and it can turn out just okay. Or it can turn out horrible. Or it can turn out perfect. No matter the outcome, the effort you've put in, and all the things you learn when you're out here trailblazing are a real net gain.
Really?
Duh. Things don't always turn out the way you want them to, and that's okay. You said you've been working on this for years. Isn't inventing all about trial and error? Stumbling onto the unexpected and making the best out of it? Anyways, be nicer to yourself. You are the Kedzie. You're one of a kind.
Kedzie chuckled weakly.
You have a point. You're always so nice to me. I mean, I know that's what friends are supposed to do, but you're like... never mind, actually.
No! Now you have to tell me.
I guess sort of like a partner? Sort of like how me and Pookie used to be.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You and Pookie used to date?
Oh,
I
damn.
had no idea.
Yeah, spill the tea on this. What's Pookie like?
It was only for a month or something. We decided we were better off as friends, though. If I'm being honest, the part I miss the most is having someone to skate with. Doing it alone is 69%.
Oh, nice.
Alright. Alright, I got one more social link to do, and I gotta head out and eat up some dinner.
Nice. If that's the case, do you want to go skating with me? I know I'm no expert like you or Pookie, but I think I can swing it.
I would love to. Is this a date? I'm not the best at detecting subtext.
Is it a date? Now is your moment. Yeah, obviously, it is a
It's
date.
okay. Only cowards use subtext anyway. Well, do you want it to be a date?
I've heard of people who use subtext. They're cowards.
It's okay if you don't. We can totally be.
It's a date. I still have to do more work, but let's make it happen real soon, okay?
It's like, I've been waiting for this.
Don't worry. I won't let you forget it.
You promised to make plans very soon and head out. You grew closer to Kedzie. Feelings have been caught. Alright. Go to Samara's room. Let's actually see if I unlocked anything just by leaving the house. There we go. I wonder if I keep leaving the house, will they just keep giving me free stuff? Okay, that was the last free thing I got. Now the game awkwardly has to like be like, okay. Oh, there is 4 people. Because usually there's only 3 people at a given time on the map. But I guess I have 4 people left to max out. Swap mates, swap mates, swap mates. Besties. Okay. So this L5 is swap mates. It's just bestie. Alright, what else is there to change? That's the only stuff. Do cozy items, I guess these are things I can only have at the very, very end. Oh, I didn't even notice the little saving button is just like, what's it called? Spitting Samara until they throw up. Go! You spin me right round, baby, right round. Let's see, anything else? Alcove. This is DDR. This is just gonna be the DDR machine. There's no avoiding that. Okay.
Spirit swap.
Alright, let's switch. Alright. Thank you all so much for coming along. Thank you all so much for attending. This has been a wonderful stream. I'm really glad I was able to jump in. I feel bad about not being able to do it Sunday, but this Saturday and Sunday, I'm ready to go. I might even be able to do it a little bit earlier on Saturday. Because what's it called? My itinerary is pretty light. I have to do grocery shopping a little bit earlier because what's it called? Mana's got an appointment. So I'm probably going to be able to do it by at least like probably an hour earlier than my usual scheduled one. I'll put up a time. For Sunday, it's going to be probably around the sort of noon, the early noons. But I also have to figure out what I'm going to be cooking for meal prep. That's going to be all for tonight and tomorrow. That's tomorrow Rachna's problem. That's Saturday Rachna's problem. But before I head out, I'm going to poke my beauty mic, poke the mic, set out all kinds of positive vibes so that this weekend is going to be a very relaxing one, hopefully. But until this Saturday, I'll be seeing you all. Bye.